eighth place hitter is Nick Swisher. Melky Cabrera plays center. He will bat ninth.
As Todd Callis said, the stopper on the mound after a Rays loss this year. He's 5-1 with a 3.41 earned run average, 21 starts overall. The innings pitched, outstanding, 141. That means it usually takes you into at least the 6th or 7th inning. Not getting a lot of run support, and the big thing, as I mentioned earlier in the pregame show, the changeup against the lefties in this lineup is extremely important tonight. Let's take a look at the defense behind James Shields in the outfield. Carl Crawford at left, DJ Upton in center, Gabe Gross in right. Across the infield, Evan Longoria, Jason Bartlett, Ben Zobrist, and Carlos Pena. And Michelle Hernandez will do the game calling for James Shields tonight. Tonight's defensive line review brought to you by Sweet Face Supermarket, where saving you money is our passion.
Derek Jeter's in the batter's box. James Shields is on the hill, and the first pitch of this game is a strike call, the fastball on the outside corner. So we're underway. Jeter starting the night hitting .321. He's 6th in the league in on-base percentage. There's another strike, 0-2. A perfect 72 degrees inside Tropicana Field tonight. Jeter fouls it toward the Rays dugout. Shields coming off that outing against the White Sox, in which he pitched into the 7th inning. And that, more than anything, I think, is what Joe Madden is looking for out of his rotation.
Yep.
To get at least into the 7th inning.
Yeah, we talked about that before the All-Star break.
Ground ball by the mound. Out to second. Zobrist picks it up, and the throw to first in time to get Jeter. That's the first out of the night.
And that's the other thing, Dwayne. It's the starters have to go deeper here in the second half. More than 5 2/3 is an average. And the defense, even plays like that, that's a good play by Ben Zobrist. Not an easy play with the hop that he got right there. You got to play error-free baseball, especially against the two teams leading the division, the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Yeah, this is not a lineup you want to allow extra outs.
You're right.
Pitch is high to Johnny Damon, 1-0. As potent as the Rays offense has been overall, and they have struggled here this month, the Yankee offense has been even better. Crawford's after this one, and he has it in foul territory. Damon retired, 2 up and 2 down. Coming in, the Yankees averaging 5.54 runs a game. They lead the league. Major leagues in runs scored with 543. The Rays are third in that department with 516. And a big part of their offensive resurgence has been this guy right here, Mark Teixeira.
I think they have to say that Mark's been everything they'd hoped he'd be.
The pitch is a strike. Some people like to perhaps link his success to the return of Alex Rodriguez, but the people who follow this club will tell you Teixeira's done it on his own, and he's been healthy. That's the biggest reason.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming into New York for the first time. It just kind of coincided with that, with A-Rod coming back in May, early in April, of course, the first month he was hitting .216. But Mark always kind of historically gets off to a tough start. But look at this last 68 games. I mean, nobody's swinging a bat for him. Yeah, you get more pitches when A-Rod's hitting behind him, but he's swinging the bat.
It's going to be a foul ball, stays foul. Pena let it roll just in case it hit a pebble or something and kicked back fair. So the count still 1-2 to Teixeira.
The thing that makes Mark Teixeira tough is that he will work the count, and he'll take the walk.
Too low, 2-2. Rays have the defensive shift on for him. Bartlett on the first base side of second. Longoria alone on the left side of the infield. Zobrist is short right. 2-2. Ooh, he just missed. A little bit wide, and the count is full.
Yeah, that's Mark Teixeira. He's got 53 walks. On base percentage is .380. That's off the outside corner. it is a ball. That's what they're saying about it. That's such a good eye.
There's a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Now Teixeira is aboard.
He forces you to throw the ball over the plate. And he got one up right there and squirted up, hit it right back through the middle. This is the ball right down the middle. Had a little tailing action to it. He shoots it right back up the middle for the single.
So the 2-out single puts Teixeira aboard. The hitter is Alex Rodriguez. He's hitting .248, but with 19 home runs. Strike one. He's 3 for 13 lifetime against Shields. Rays right-hander 0-3 against the Yankees here at Tropicana Field. 1-6 lifetime. Ground ball headed to short. Bartlett with the toss is over for the force play. Retires the side. Rays coming in to head in the bottom of the first. No score. Starting lineup breaks out this way again with B.J. Upton leading off and Carl Crawford hitting second ahead of Evan Longoria. Vince Zobrist and then Carlos Pena with 14 homers against the Yankees since the 07 season. That's the highest total in the majors. He'll hit fifth in front of the DH Pat Burrell, Gabe Gross, Michelle Hernandez, and Jason Bartlett the bottom part.
Big right-hander A.J. Burnett on the mound. He comes in with a 9-4 record, a 3.74 earned run average in 120 and a third innings pitched. Had a couple starts against the Rays. One here at home was outstanding, and he had one in the Here's B.J. Upton.
Big swing and a miss at the opening fastball. Strike one. Well, 8-4 lifetime against the Rays. A couple shutouts in that mix. Two of his career 9 shutouts at the expense of the Rays. Outside. It's 1-1. Normally doesn't take him very long to get heated up out there. A.J. Burnett.
Like 2 pitches. 97 already. He's lathered up pretty good.
And a strike.
That's a two-seamer right there. Good action to it. Good movement. 88 at the knees. Excellent curveball to go with it.
And strike 3 call on the outside corner. BJ, a couple of parting words with Brian Knight. Couple of close pitches. He's called out on strikes.
Let's take a look from the center field camera. Yeah, that had plenty of the plate. Plenty of the plate. Here's the overhead shot that we love. That had the plate. No question about it. Didn't even have the black of the plate. Had plenty of the white on the plate. That's a good call.
Now Carl Crawford starts him with a breaking ball in there. Strike one.
Yeah, that's the curveball, 80 miles an hour. So he's established his fastball anywhere from 93 to 97, a two-seamer at 88 to 90, and that's the curveball at 80.
Away from Crawford. Carl does have a lot of at-bats against him, and he's hitting .333 lifetime off him. 14 out of 42 with a home run in the mix.
Well, he hits the best guys, doesn't he? Roy Halladay of Toronto and A.J. Burnett.
Upstairs, 2-1. There's his total career numbers against the right-hander Burnett for Crawford. It's 2-2.
That's plenty of at-bats, too. He had 42 at-bats. That's plenty. Anything over 20 is a good reference.
We're in the bottom of the first. Crawford works it full. 3-2. Right-handers 3-2 delivery. Up the left field line. Is that fair? That's foul. Slice just foul. Damon chasing it. Just about went over that low sidewall down there.
Yeah, Johnny's playing him about 20 feet from the line. That ball still almost got in there. Trying to go in on Carl. The ball was off the outside corner. It was a strike, but they tried to go in. Ball's about 7 or 8 feet foul. Uh-oh, where's the glove? There's the glove. Oh. Got to bring the glove down there.
And the pitch inside. Crawford draws the walk, and I think Burnett thought he might have had the corner on that one. He thought he'd struck him out.
Yeah, and I thought it was in. That's a good call, I believe. Let's take a look at the defense for the Yankees. Johnny Damon, you just saw in left field. Melky Cabrera in center. Nick Swisher in right. Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter. They're on the left side of the infield. Robbie Cano, Mark Teixeira on the right side of the infield. Jorge Posada behind the plate. The defensive alignment review is brought to you by Sweet Pay Supermarket. We're saving you money as our passion.
So here's Longoria with Crawford at first, and a toss over there already.
I was watching Jorge Posada and his throws down at second base, and he's got plenty on the ball now. He's really come back from that injury, that arm injury.
Another move, and he throws it away. Down toward the bullpen. Crawford's going to go to third. He will make it without a play and stop at third base. Well, the walk and the error, and the Rays have a man at third with one out.
What the threat of a steal will do. They have to pay attention to Carl Crawford. Burnett snaps it over there low, and as Crawford's getting back in there, standing up, Teixeira can't go down and get it. Watch it go right in toward the leg area and to the right of Carl Crawford, and he blocks off Mark Teixeira because of that. He went in there cleanly. Just a bad throw by A.J. Burnett.
Third error of the year charged to Burnett. Now a man at third. Longoria spins out of the way on a pitch in, and that one got up there in a hurry in the upper 90s. He had it at 97.
97. Look how far he missed location because Jorge Posada is setting up away. That could be that's a mistake, but it could be effective because that will make you dance a little bit and make you think.
Wave and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, tough to stay in there. I mean, that's why that was effective, even though it wasn't by design. That kind of had his tail out on that one a little bit. shorten up and contact, get that first run in because the defense is giving you one right here. Defense is back all the way around.
Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike.
And Evans had some good at bats. I mean, he went the other way yesterday. Got a double in the right center. He's been going back up the middle. 3 RBIs on Friday night. Toronto.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That fastball up. And that's going to square the count at 2-2.
That's a good pitch off the head. It's just above the hand area. It probably was a high strike, but it's just one of those ones you can't quite get to.
And the foul back will be off the facing of the broadcast level. Count holds at 2-2.
Similar pitch. Evans was able to get on top of that one. Get a piece of it. Go one more time up, or Burnett's got that great strikeout curveball. Fastball away.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Burnett struck him out with a very healthy fastball. 2 gone.
Yeah, Posada sets up away. This ball's the outer half of the plate, but like you said, too much life on it. 96 is pure gas.
So with a man at third, we have 2 outs, and Ben Zobrist about to step in. Ben hitting in the cleanup spot. He has 1 hit lifetime off Burnett. 1 for 8, and boy, was it a big one. Pitch outside. He got him when he was a member of the Toronto Blue Jays last year when the Rays had lost 7 straight going into the All-Star break and needed that home run from Ben Zobrist to pull out a win in the first game right after the break. 1-1.
He's feeling it with the fastball, so he's just overpowering the Rays right now. Although we've seen Ben hit the best of fastballs. Matt Thornton cutter, which is like 95, 96 for a grand slam. Of course, that was right-handed.
There's a line shot into right field, and it's going to be caught by Switzer. Switzer, a little stutter step in the outfield, but caught up with it. Rays do not score. No score through 1. No score. We go to the second. Follow the Rays all year by logging on to the Heater. That's the official baseball blog of the St. Petersburg Times, featuring Rays beat writers Mark Topkin and Joe Smith. They'll give you insight, breaking news, predictions, and more at TampaBay.com. Here's Matsui jumping on the first pitch, lining a base hit into right field, and I don't know what it is, but he loves to swing the bat against Shields. He is 8 of 17 lifetime against James after that base hit.
And he comes in with 15 home runs, 44 RBIs. Of course, he's had some injuries the last couple of years, and he's mainly the DH now. 8 different men in double figures in home runs. Of course, a lot of that is that short porch in right field for the Yankees.
Jorge Posada. He's hitting .287 with 13 home runs. 45 runs batted in. He shoots it toward right center field. That's going to be all the way back to the wall. Matsui hitting third. Thompson will wave him home. It's a double for Posada. And the Yankees lead 1-0. 2 pitches and the Yankees have a run.
Trying to go away, down and away to Posada. Left it over the heart of the plate. Jorge's a good low ball hitter. Got through that one. Right in the seam between the right fielder and center fielder. Matsui just kind of chugging along best he can. He scores easily.
Yeah, he would prefer not to slide if he doesn't have to.
Yeah, I don't know why he even slid. Chance.
Robinson Cano takes a pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes. Cano's hitting .309. Ahead of the count, 2-0. And he's another guy in this lineup who's had a lot of success against Shields. He's 9 for 21. It's a .429 clip with a home run.
Well, I mean, there's times he's going to have to use a changeup, even first pitch. They start jumping on that first pitch fastball, because that's his equalizer against lefties.
It's 3 balls and no strikes.
Tough part about the Yankees is they, much like the Rays, they work the count. They lead Major League Baseball in on-base percentage as a team with .359.
Reflect his lifetime numbers against New York. That's a strike. 3-1.
Here's a good time for the changeup right here, because he likes to swing the bat. We've seen Cano plenty this year and over the years. He likes to swing at that first fastball. He's working the count here, but I don't necessarily think he's just trying to get the ball to the right side here. I think he'll come out of his shoes on a 3-1 pitch if it's a fastball.
And a high fly ball back into deep right. Gross to the track. He's still going to have to go back, and he cannot come up with it. That ball still in play. Posada is going to score, and into third base goes Cano. Boy, that was a towering drive deep to right field. Gross stopped and then went back again. Tried to make a leaping catch on it and just missed connecting with it.
Yeah, he did come out of his shoes. It's like he thought he had it out. He hit it so high, he thought it was gone. Gross did everything he could. He thought he had it right there, had to go back a little bit further. If Gabe had gotten all the way back to the wall, he had a better shot at it. The ball kind of took off on him at the end there. He got halfway between the turf and the warning track, and then he had to go back a couple more feet.
So it's a triple for Cano, his first of the year. a ground ball off the bat of Swisher. The run's going to score as Zobrist goes to Pena. And the Yankees have 3 quick runs here in the second inning. A run batted in for Swisher, his 51st of the season.
See, they're not letting him get to his changeup. And that's a good game plan because Shields has one of the best changeups in the game. And they're not letting him get to it. It's cost him 3 runs.
One out, bases empty, and here's Cabrera. Inside, the Yankees starting this inning with a single, double, and triple. That with the ground ball. Joe Girardi's club with a 3-run lead already. Ground ball back to the mound. Flipped to first, and Cabrera is out of there. 2 gone.
The Yankees haven't seen Shields this year yet, but they know he's got the great changeup, so their game plan's a little different than it would be with a normal power guy.
Yeah, you're right about that because this club normally will take a lot of pitches.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to be swinging early in the count. We saw Matsui jump on the first pitch. We saw Posada jump on the first pitch. And Cano took pitches. There's a guy who really, the one guy in their lineup who likes to swing early, went to 3-1. There's a little pop off the bat of Jeter, and it's out of the reach of Zobrist into right.
Yeah, you have to recognize that now. Matsui, Posada, Swisher, all swinging at the first pitch. Cabrera, a second pitch fastball, and Jeter, first pitch fastball. They're smart. I mean, that's a good game plan. Don't let him get to his out pitch. Don't let him get to his changeup. That's what they're doing. So if they're doing that, you might as well throw your out pitch first. So you got to recognize that right away between the battery mates, the catcher and the pitcher.
Now Johnny Damon. I mean, Damon, and he takes that pitch.
There it is.
He took the changeup and was about to say, if you throw him a changeup, he's either going to take it or hurt himself swinging at it.
What's the
because
difference? That's
he
right.
is so aggressive up there. A lot of energy out of Damon. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cutter in. And off the plate.
But that's what advanced scouts do, and that's what your reports tell you. You know, how does a guy pitch? They know what his out pitch is. He has a couple of different changeups. He has to get it over and the put away changeup, and don't let him get to it.
Ground ball back to the hill. Toss to first. Damon is out of there. The Yankees score 3. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 New York.
making a remarkable catch in St. Louis, robbing Brad Hoff of a home run. Game tie 3-3 in St. Louis when Crawford went over the wall in a catch that he called the finest of his career considering the circumstances. And before the game today, guys, it was Andrew Friedman, the Executive Vice President of Baseball Operations, who had the honor of giving Crawford his MVP award from that All-Star game. And the fans, Crawford, showed a lot of love today. A lot of the fans are here because of that T-shirt giveaway. Guys, back up to you.
And that's a great-looking T-shirt. More All-Star T-shirts to come, by the way. And each and every one of them very good. And this one is, that's going to be around for a long time. People are going to collect those.
Well done.
Carlos Pena to open the bottom of the second. Foul ball, strike one. Carlos, against this tough right-hander, hits fifth. Joe Madden had dropped him into the sixth spot against some lefties, and against right-handers it'll be up a notch.
Yankees don't have as dramatic a shift on, I think, simply because Burnett throws 97 miles an hour. You see Jeter's up the middle, A-Rod's way out the third, but he's not on the right side of second base, Jeter, from our vantage point. Cano and Teixeira are.
And you know what's interesting? They really give him left center field in the outfield. Cabrera plays him the pull. So does Swisher at right. And look at left center field there where Damon is at left. And Cabrera shaded over toward the right center side of center.
And Carlos, as we know, can go that way.
Fouls it back. Fastball. You see, of all of his hits, 43 to right, 23 to center. And when he's swinging the bat well, he'll hit a lot of balls out to center field.
Yeah, that home run that he hit in Toronto in the comeback win on Saturday was to left center. Off the lefty Scott Downs. It's a breaking ball.
There's a breaking ball. It drops in for a strike. Boy, that's a heck of a pitch for the guy who throws 97, and then to give you that.
Yeah, it sure was. Let's take a look. I mean, it's by design. It's a backdoor slider. Actually looked like it went around the plate from that vantage point, but that was by design. That's exactly where Burnett was trying to go. Just saw Posada set up outside.
Here's Pat Burrell, the designated hitter. Starts him with a curve. One strike to count to Burrell. The Rays, after a slow start in April, have played much better. June was a very good month for the Rays, 19-7. So far in July, 10-10. 1-1 count. And a very big homestand here. Fastball fouled. 1-2.
Where he puts that 93 fastball to 95, just out of that, you can't quite reach it, right above your hands a little bit. Great record at home.
Yeah, averaging 5.7 runs. That's a half run more at home than they have overall this year. 2-2 now. They're 4-4 against New York. Count still 2-2.
That ball down, that's a ball Pat can get to. He hits that ball good. 96 right there. But watch out for that one up above his hands a little bit, or at his hands. It's the one Burnett likes to go to.
missed outside. And the count is full. And he walked him. That's the second walk given up by Burnett tonight. If you're traveling and can't watch the Rays, you can always catch the game right on your computer with MLB.tv, featuring 100 out-of-market games per week live on your computer. You can catch the games you missed on demand. For details, visit RaysBaseball.com, where baseball is always on. One on, one out. Gabe Gross, the hitter. Not go with the pitch outside.
Interesting youth at third base.
Interesting breakout here with Burnett, righty lefty. You know, he's held left-handed hitters to a .218 average.
Yeah.
Right-handers hitting .267 off him. Rose at .270 overall for the year. Takes another one a little wide, 2-0.
Well, if he throws a lot of those backdoor sliders like he did to Paney, I could see why. There's the breakout. 50 points difference.
Earl at first. Gross ahead in the count. Foul the fastball.
That's a quick pitch to hit. Yeah. Good swing by Gross on that one. That's a fastball. Down, hittable. That's that one up. It's tough to get to. He can hit that one. He can catch up to that one down. As long as it's got some plate to it.
One pitch. Fastball. That takes the count to 2-2.
As hard as he throws, it's tough to look anything else, isn't it?
Sure is.
That ball's just jumping out of his hands.
So you might get one at 92, and then the next one's 97. You don't have a chance.
That's what makes it tough. Right back to the same pitch and fastball.
And he strikes him out. Hard stuff. Gross strikeout number 4 tonight for A.J. Burnett.
Yeah, if it works once, why not try it again? Great execution. See, that's that one right at your hands. Just swing right underneath it, plus you can't get extended. Just great execution by Burnett. Good call by Posada. That's where Posada's become a really good defensive catcher, game calling. He's really engaged back there with it.
Michel Hernandez. Ground ball in and out of the glove of Burnett, who scrambles and makes the throw to first. Still in time to get the Rays catcher to retire the side. A walk and a man left. We're through 2. 3-0 New York. we've got you under our wing. And by Tires Plus. Thinking tires, think Tires Plus. First pitch, a little curveball here by Shields, and that's into Mark Teixeira for a strike. Ground ball, first base. Pena's going to make the play unassisted. One away. So a little different approach here with the curveball to start this hitter.
I like it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even Teixeira swinging early in the count. 2 pitches in.
Now it's Alex Rodriguez. Pitch is down.
You know, it reminded me of something Cito Gaston told me a few weeks ago during interleague play. He had a young pitcher facing the Phillies, and it was fastball, fastball, fastball. Good look at the grip right there of Shields. Looks like he wants to go to the two-seam grip right there. Oh, he's got the knuckle curveball through.
2-0, he missed down and away.
Cito went out to the mound, he told me, during interleague play. It wasn't the pitching coach, and I said, well, what did you tell him? He said, I told you, if you keep throwing fastballs to the Phillies, you'll be out of here in the first inning. You got to throw something other than fastball first pitch.
Yep.
And that's a big message from your manager. I like Cito Gas is saying that. And I said, well, how did he respond? He goes, well, he went 7 innings. We won the game. But, you know, right away, the first, I think they scored 2 or 3 in the first, and after that he put up zeros because he started pitching.
Strike, 3-1. Well, the Yankees went right to work on that. As you pointed out, wouldn't let him get close to a spot to use his changeup. So if that's your best pitch, you start the hitter with it. Pitch is down. So Rodriguez draws the walk. The first given up by Shields. Goes to first with 1 out. Well, that's why it's so important to have a good breaking ball you can throw for a strike, because there's a pretty good chance you can get ahead of a hitter if you can put a little bend on that pitch for a first pitch.
Yeah, and James showed that with the curveball to Teixeira. It got marked down 0-1, and it forced him to swing at the next fastball that was down the zone. He rolled over to first base.
Good Matsui. Down and away. Starts him with a changeup.
Yeah, that's good thinking. So they're getting engaged with it here. Got to keep the game right here. Give the offense a chance to come back.
Pitch. He lifts a high fly ball, not too deep. Upton to his right and center makes the catch. 2 outs.
Matsui wasn't going to let a fastball pass, but the fact that James threw a first pitch changeup just gives you a little edge. The hitter's mind.
Now Jorge Posada. Posada, Cano, and Swisher have the runs batted in. Rodriguez back.
Alex has 6 stolen bases. And caught once.
outs with Rodriguez at first. That's a strike. 1-1. Balls and a strike. Well, this New York offense has been very good, and the pitching certainly has picked it up. And their defense has been a little better than some thought. Not the greatest range, but they've tried not to make mistakes and make the plays they can make.
Yeah, they're 6th overall in fielding percentage in the American League, where the Rays are 10th.
Pop fly, Upton coming in for this one from center. That will retire the side. They leave a man. We go to the bottom of the third. Jason Bartlett's going to lead it off for the Rays. They're down 3-0.
Of inside the Rays. We'll take a look at Price growing up as a youngster all the way through high school in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, all the way through his days at Vanderbilt University. And his family has always kept him grounded. In fact, after he pitched the final outs of the 7th game of the ALCS against Boston, he went home, and that day he was humbled because his 6-year-old nephew Corey beat him in Mario Kart, the video game. So his family keeps him grounded. You'll learn a lot more about David Price, guys, after the game in our Inside the Rays premiere on the Rays left-hander. Back to you.
Yeah, they may keep him grounded. There's a lot of upside in him, and we're going to see a lot of good things out of David Price over the next few years.
Shot at 3 number 1 picks right there. Jeff Neiman and Garza to go with David.
Jason Bartlett to lead off the third for the Rays. The pitch is a little high. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's good pitching conversation going on right there. I guarantee you. Well, David will figure it out. You know, he's got 2 steps forward, 1 step back. He'll figure it out.
1-1.
Felt bad reading his comments after the game in Toronto the other day. I keep working my tail off. When it clicks, I'll go with it. I just can't figure it out right yet.
2-1, the pitch high.
You know, in Neiman, I thought Neiman threw pretty well yesterday. He made the one mistake that they're rolling for the 3-run home run, but he threw a lot better than what the numbers indicated. Garza just matched Roy Halladay pitch for pitch. He was great.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that Garza could pitch any better than he did in that matchup against Halladay. It really gives you a glimpse of how good he could be.
Oh, you bet. Yeah.
And there's great upside in all three of those guys right there. Bartlett battles and fouls it away, holding the count at 2-2. You know, there's some talking with some of the Yankee people today before the game about Price, and they felt that Jabba Chamberlain went through that same situation that Price may be going through now. You know, he threw hard out of the bullpen. He can throw 97, no problem. You know, Price came in. There's a shot, but it's caught by Teixeira. And Bartlett is robbed. He hit it sharply, but Teixeira grabbed it. Chamberlain was throwing 97, 98.
Great point.
Trying to make that transition into a starter and realizing that he doesn't have to throw 97, probably shouldn't, keep some in reserve. And then he was throwing 93, 94, and another start he'd throw 90. That's exactly what Price has been going through for the Rays.
And that was my point about Roy Halladay, watching him pitch a few times against the Rays. He doesn't pitch at 95. There's a first pitch curveball.
Upton takes it for a strike.
You don't pitch at 95, 97. I mean, you look, even Burnett tonight. You watch Burnett. He drops in a curve. He'll throw an 88, 89 mile an hour two-seamer, and then when he needs 96, it's there for him. That's 90 right there. It's a strike.
2.
You got to save some as a starter. There's a little bit of pacing going on. I mean, I was around Roger Clemens, of course, for a couple of years and saw him pitch that way. And when he needed 95 in the 7th or 8th inning, it was still there for him. And he got into the 7th or 8th inning pretty much every time out.
Way high, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and there's such a difference. David Price, very successful at the collegiate level. But you know, you can pitch the way he pitched there, and even in the minor leagues, and have some success. But you get to the big leagues, you better be able to do exactly what you just mentioned. And he will do that.
Yes, he will. Absolutely. He'll figure it out. I mean, I've just seen it before because I worked in the Dodger system for 10 years as a manager, and I saw guys with great stuff, whether it be John Wetland or Ramon Martinez or Pedro Martinez, some of the guys I was fortunate enough to manage. And other than maybe Pedro, they all went through that. Pedro was in a different class even as a youngster. He threw all 4 pitches he had. Slider, curve, changeup, and fastball, even as a 18, 19-year-old in the minor leagues. That's why he rose so fast in the big leagues. He was a star.
2-2. Ground ball, that's headed to the hole. Into left field, and the Rays have a base hit. Up to the board with a 1-out single in the 3rd. Rays Summer Concert Series presented by Hess Express continues with a big weekend when the Rays take on the Royals here. Friday the 31st, Florida is here on Hip Hop Night. And then the sensation Daughtry on Saturday, August 1st, when the Rays celebrate Heroes Night. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets. We understand for Saturday's game there are a few scattered single tickets available. Otherwise, it's for all practical purposes a sellout. But a few scattered singles for Saturday. Here's Carl Crawford with a runner at first. Carl bunts, third base side foul. That's a strike. I know the first time I saw Pedro Martinez, to be so young, he had such great command.
Yeah,
How old was he when you first
I had him in the minor leagues in AAA before he went to the big leagues for 6 starts. He came up from AA. He had to be, 20, 19, 20 years old.
Great command?
Everything. The only thing I told him, I said, you got to learn to hold runners on. Just be a little quicker to the plate. I'm not telling you to slide stuff. Nothing about his pitching. He said, okay. Told him once. He never had a problem again. I think he threw 39 innings at 6 starts, and the rest was history. Went to the big leagues the next year as a long man, and then I was over by Montreal in that time, and I was involved in trading for Pedro Martinez to Montreal.
1-1 to count to Crawford. tap foul this time.
You made a good point on Jabba though, because if you remember back to spring training, I know you do, but people were going, "What's wrong with his fastball?"
Yeah.
He's throwing 90, 91, and people are going, "What?" And I've mentioned he's learning how to pitch. He's not out there throwing 97 and throwing a slider. He's learning how to use his secondary pitches now, and that's taken him really until now. He had a pretty good outing his last outing, and you know, we saw him in New York last time, and we saw him use a lot of curves and a lot of sliders and some changeups.
Yep.
Can't be just a one pitcher, two pitcher. If you're in the bullpen late, that's different if you throw 97. But you can't do that and be a guy that throws 8 or 9 innings. You know, talking about Pedro would save it. You'd see Pedro throw 91, and all of a sudden in the 6th inning, and that 7, there's 97. You go, whoa, where'd that come from?
Yeah, that's an unseemly surprise if you're a hitter to get that. Roller foul, holds the count at 1-2 to Crawford. And I really think that's the case with David Price, and you know, the command that Pedro had from almost the very beginning. That's so unusual when you can whip command. You command the fastball. That alone, if you have command of it, can then get you deep.
Well, the thing that Pedro had, he always had the changeup and a better curve, much better curve than his brother Ramon.
Outside, 2-2.
See, Ramon had 2 pitches basically. I had Ramon in the minor leagues. He was phenomenal. He threw actually harder at one point in time than Pedro. He was about 6'4", a lot taller than Pedro. But he had every bit as good a changeup. So he was a 2-pitch pitcher, and his curveball was just a show-me pitch. That was all it was. Still became a 20-game winner because he had 2 pitches with command. But he had the equalizer, the changeup.
Upton might have been thinking about going right there and got back in as Burnett made a move. You just got the feeling that BJ was thinking about moving.
Yeah, a little flinch right there tells you that exactly. 2-2 count, you know, I've said it enough this year. That's a great count to run if you guys got command. And Carl's had success against Burnett. He usually puts it in play. It could open up a hole. But here's what I'm talking about with Jorge. See, he's shown more leadership the last, many years now. Become very engaged with calling his game. He's a super offensive hitting catcher, but he's really engaged in calling a game.
I really think you could argue that calling a game is the one thing that a catcher should do first before he does anything else, and that includes throwing out potential base stealers.
That's the last you really worry about with a catcher. Is how many runners he throws out or how strong his arm is. That's one of the last things.
2-2. Ground ball down to third. Rodriguez to second, over to first, not in time. Crawford beat the throw to first. Upton forced at second. Runner at first now with 2 outs. That's
how quick Carl is. I mean, A-Rod's basically even with the bag just a little bit behind third base, throws a strike to Cano. He throws a strike to first, and Carl still beats it out. Just ran smooth right through the bag.
So Crawford's aboard with Longoria about to step in.
You know, we just came from Toronto. I think of Pat Morgans. He never had a great arm, but he could call a game and work with that pitching staff. Back in the 90s in those championship years, he was good back there.
Yep. And you know, you get a guy like that. You don't worry about what he can hit. He just handles your pitching staff and takes care of that. Boy, what a great contribution. 1-0 the count to Longoria. Posada, as you point out, very much engaged with his pitchers.
Well, Don Zimmer, when he was a bench coach for Joe Torre for the Yankees, he brought over Joe Girardi. And really, he was the guy that taught Posada how to call a game. Jorge was the better offensive catcher. And Joe was the backup guy, but that's what his job was, basically. That's why Joe's managing now.
Well, he's out of Northwestern. He should be managing.
You bet. Anybody out of Northwestern should be managing.
1 ball, 1 strike. There goes Crawford. Pitch is a strike, and there's no throw. Carl then with his 48th stolen base of the year. He's in scoring position now with 2 gone.
Jorge had to rush, quick feet, but because of the rush and Carl Crawford running, he couldn't get the grip. 350 stolen bases for a career. Wow.
Carl Crawford, really the stolen base king right now. Ricky Henderson going into the Hall of Fame yesterday. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Rosado. The count is 2-2.
Hey,
Jim Rice and Ricky Henderson going in. And
Ricky had a heck of a speech. You know that? Very humble. People weren't sure what they were going to get, but he was well prepared. The Reggie Jackson story was funny. That he waited outside as a kid for Reggie Jackson, asked for an autograph. One day Reggie gave him a pen with his name on it. Never gave him an autograph.
Two now to Longoria. It's fouled into the top of the screen.
That was nice and short right there by Evan. That would have been a nice line drive to right for a base hit. Tough guy to overswing on. He throws so hard. Let Burnett supply the power, especially with 2 strikes. You just got to be short to the ball with your lead arm. Get through it.
Two again. Lifted toward the line and right. Swisher on the move, though. And he makes the catch. The Rays lead Crawford at second. 2-3, 3-0 New York. He's hit the most home runs in the major leagues before his 34th birthday. That's our Aflac trivia question. Robinson Cano leads off the 4th. 1 ball, no strikes. Cano, Swisher, and Cabrera due up. Tripled his first time and scored. That was his first triple of the year. Here's another look.
I think Cano thought he hit it out at first. Gabe was halfway on the track. He might have lost it in the roof. It carried a little bit more than he thought. Good effort nonetheless.
3-0. It's a game of inches and ifs. You know, if he somehow made that catch, got back there and made a leaping grab, it would have been a sensational catch. And who knows what that inning would have looked like. There's ball 4. They had scored 1 run at that time. If he makes that catch, it might be a whole different inning. Might have held them at 1, but it's 3 now. And a leadoff walk. Now Swisher. Swisher got a run home with a ground ball to second in the second inning. So he's 0 for 1 with that run batted in.
Well, I think it's safe to say that ball Cano hit would have been way out in Yankee Stadium.
Oh.
Way out.
There are a lot of pop-ups that get out there. They've already hit more home runs. There have been more home runs hit at the new Yankee Stadium now than were hit all of last year. We're only at the end of July. It's down to Swisher, 1-0. But it is what it is, and I guess the final analysis with all the home runs flying out of there is that both teams have to play there.
That's right. Hey, you play the elements. It's part of Major League Baseball. Way past the point of complaining about it, because it does go both ways. The Rays had a couple of home runs. Remember, Evan Longoria hit one to right field that went out. That probably wouldn't have been out. So, got to live with it.
A strike in the knees, and it's 1-1. But I'll tell you, it really does change the nature of the game, and I think that's the negative about it. People are going to watch when a team wins, and the Yankees have tremendous tradition, and they're winning again, and people are going to watch it, I think, regardless, but I think it's a better game without that feature. I tell you, I can't tell you how many people going around the country who we see who want to talk about the way the Rays play in terms of entertainment.
I agree.
This team, and they pick 2 teams in the American League that they will watch if their team isn't playing that night or their game's over. And
the other one on
one of our
the
games.
West Coast?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They'll watch the Rays and they'll watch the Angels. I have so many people tell me that who are fans of other teams in their own city or region. But because of the way these 2 teams play the game, and I really think it's because it's closer, it's kind of an American League style of National League baseball.
That's right. It's the way the game was meant to be played, too. Good base running, good execution, good defense.
Swing and a miss. Swisher is out of there. So a strikeout, the first of the night for Shields.
Good comeback right there on the outside corner. Nick pulled off that one. Might have been thinking a little off speed, too. That one got by him. Be natural to think off speed against Shields.
Now it's Melky Cabrera up there. Cabrera out, pitcher first, his first time. Cano's walked to lead off the inning, and the pitch shortened on the bat, taking the pitch for a ball.
Well, I grew up National League style in Los Angeles, and the reason I think I became a running manager is because of Maury Wills.
Yep.
Because when Maury was stealing 100 bases in the 1960s, he stole 104 bases and won the MVP over Willie Mays, who had 49 or 50 home runs, and gave the Dodgers 1 run, and Koufax would shut you out. That was it.
Yeah, that's it. 2-0 now.
But it also, as a catcher, it made me think about the pressure of calling a game when anybody in the lineup might run. which is what the Rays do and what the Angels do. It's not just about the speed guys. I mean, you look at Gabe Gross and Ben Zobrist. Those guys will steal you off you. I mean, they're not burners, flat-out burners, but they'll run. You give them a chance, they'll run. It makes it tough to call a game.
Outside, start of a move, and then a hold by Cano. It's 3-0 now to the number 9 hitter, Melky Cabrera.
You know, Ben's in double figures, and if Gabe played more, he'd be in double figures in stolen bases. And
that's a strike.
And the obvious are Carl Crawford and B.J. Upton. Everybody knows those guys are going to run, and Bartlett. But it's the other guys that take you by surprise, and all of a sudden you go, okay, well, if we pay attention to them, it takes away from what I'm doing at home plate with the hitter. That's the point.
Runner goes, the pitch is a strike, the throw in time, and Cano is cut down. Boy, I'll tell you, that throw was there in plenty of time as Hernandez guns out Cano.
Well, watch why. Watch how short his arm action is. He just gets it and goes right up to his ear with it and throws a strike down there to Bartlett. No long arm action. He slowed down and peaked right there, and the reason he did that because that was a run and hit play. That was not a straight steal.
And the pitch inside, ball 4.
I called it a must run. My particular stance on the manager, I just called it a must run. Some managers say it's a steal, a 3-1 count. I call it a must run, meaning you don't have to worry about stealing the base. I'm just putting you in motion because, number one, I think the pitch is showing a strike. Number two, I want the hitter to, if it is a strike, to put it in play. But nonetheless, you do look in, but you don't slow down. The mistake Cano did, he looked in, which is fine, but then he slowed down. And by that time, it was too late. Great throw by Hernandez, nonetheless.
Now Derek Jeter. It's inside, 1-0. Cano caught stealing for the 5th time this year. He's the second out. Cabrera walked. He's back at first. And close. Cabrera back in.
Cabrera has 5 stolen bases, and that's very close. And that's a good time to throw over there when the guy's feet are still moving. Just about as Cabrera's right foot was going to set down, Shields threw over there and almost caught him.
Inside, 2-0. Jeter spinning out of there. I would guess that pitch was close to being a strike, but Derek will spin out of there because his first move is really to attack the plate.
That's Brian Knight behind the plate. Plate umpire.
Three balls, no strikes. Jeter has really taken advantage of that jet stream in right center field in New York, and I'll tell you, he might hit 320 for the next 10 years hitting in that ballpark with some home runs.
Well, that's right, because he hits so well the opposite field anyway. He hit one against Oakland the other day that got into maybe the second row that was a pop fly, and almost got him. It did get him back in the game.
And I'm telling he can do that well into his 40s. I'm convinced of
that.
Yeah.
Hey, more power to him. I mean, nobody's knocking him. It's just,
he
he'll hit 20. He should average 20 home runs now that they have that new short porch. He's got 11 this year.
The chopper to the right side. Zobrist will make the play. Then retired to the side. They leave a man. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and it's 3-0 New York.
back at the trap here. It'll be Ben Zobrist, followed by Carlos Pena and Pat Burrell trying to get something on the board here against A.J. Burnett, who's put up 0 so far. First 3 innings, 3-0 Yankees. And A.J. Burnett starts it off with paint for a fastball right there, Dwayne, right at the knees.
Way to go, buddy. Technical difficulty there.
Was it lightning? Something does that.
I don't know.
I was doing radio today, and lightning got me, and I went out of my radio show for about 10 minutes.
There's a gremlin somewhere in there. 1-1.
He's had power outages here, twice this year?
So Zobrist leading off, followed by Pena and Burrell. Rays have left a man in each inning. So they've stranded 3 tonight. That's down and in. Count is 2-1.
Boy, Ben hit a bullet to right field with 2 outs. Carl Crawford at first base in the first inning, and I was just mentioning at that time, he can turn around anybody's fastball. He's got good bat speed and great pitch recognition.
He swings and just got a little piece of that one, so the count is 2-2. Burnett with 4 strikeouts, a couple walks. The hit for the Rays came in the third. A base hit in the hole on the left side by B.J. Upton. And a chop right side. Cano with the pickup. Is tossed to first in time. And it's time to get the answer to our Aflac trivia question. Aflac, we've got you under our wing. Who has hit the most home runs in Major League history before his 34th birthday? And the answer to that is the guy down at third base, Alex Rodriguez. Today is his 34th birthday. He's hit 572 home runs. He hit one Sunday against Detroit. He's on the verge of catching Harmon Killebrew. Carlos Pena takes a pitch high. How about this? All those great power hitters hitting home runs before they were 34. Rodriguez at the top of that list, including Jimmy Fox, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., and Hank Aaron. Teixeira takes care of that. Pena is out number 2, a couple ground balls. Boy, that's quite a list. So he's about to catch Harmon Killebrew, as we mentioned. He would be 9th on the all-time list.
I know there's people out there thinking it, so I'll bring it up. But it was interesting that Hank Aaron said at the Hall of Fame that he'd have no problem with guys that use steroids being on those lists as long as there's an asterisk next to it that use steroids. And then he also wants Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
Pat Burrell, the pitch is outside. Well, the asterisk would return. You know, remember Fort Frick?
Yeah.
And Roger Maris breaking the single-season home run record of Babe Ruth.
Sure
and,
do. Yeah.
Well, that turned out to be a major controversy. 2-0.
Yeah, Hank doesn't usually say that much, but he was pretty outspoken. He thinks Pete Rose should be reinstated or eligible for the Veterans Committee to vote.
You know, I don't disagree
him in the Hall of
with
Fame. I don't either.
I think, you know, if
I've said that for years.
If you, because of the credibility of the game, he's not going to manage, or he's not going to be in the game.
I think he's paid his punishment. I know he signed a lifetime ban, but I think he's paid his punishment. We're so forgiven in this country, and people are going to think what they think. But as a hitter, what he did, I mean, he put an asterisk by his name, but he belongs in the Hall, all-time hit leader, for what he did as a player.
Well, I've felt that way all along, and the issue was the credibility of the game and so forth. But I think you're right. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame based on what he did as a player. foul the other way, out of play, and the count is 2-1. And the era is different. And, you know, you could, that opens a whole line of conversation about the 8 men out from the Black Sox.
That's exactly right. Shoeless Joe Jackson. Should he be in the Hall?
3-1, and you know, you could make a pretty good empirical argument on Shoeless Joe Jackson and Buck Weaver, for that matter, that you know, they had a pretty good series, and they had knowledge of what was going on, but that got wave and a miss. Burrell now goes to 3-2. I've got to think that if you excluded players in that era because they had knowledge, you'd have about a third or a half of the league who wouldn't be playing.
I think you're right on that one.
3-2, hit on the ground is short. Jeter up with it, the throw. So Burrell is out of there. 3 ground balls. We go to the 5th. It's 3-0 New York. /All-Star or call 1-800-284-3100 to purchase your authentic autographed jersey. Johnny Damon with a strike the count. Strokes one the other way. Out of play. 0-2.
Johnny's going to have about a 25 home run year, probably.
Yeah, 16 right now. Boy, I'll tell you, this is a revitalized year for Johnny Damon. He's had so many little health problems, leg problems. 2-2.
Good location, though, on that one. Just missed.
Chopper by the mound. Quick pick by Bartlett and a high throw. Play backed up by Hernandez. And Damon is aboard.
I think that they're giving Bartley an error. I thought maybe they'd give him a base hit. Tough play because he had to do it all in one motion. And Damon hitting left hand, he gets down the line, he could fly. Good throw does have him, though. Yeah, good throw would have had him by a good long stride.
9th error of the year charged to Bartlett. Rays have been charged with 63 errors this year. Cut the miss by Teixeira. So Damon's at first. The Rays will try to pitch around the error. One ball, one strike. Shields had made 62 pitches through 4 innings. So he's been in pretty good shape in that department. Up front, change up, and the count is 1-2.
That's the best changeup he's thrown today, 78 miles an hour. Look at the home run leaders.
Carlos Pena and Mark Teixeira tied for second. And our checkers double of the game. A double feature in the home run department. Low block by Hernandez.
You know, you think about 3-4 combinations. You know, you've got right here Pena. Well, it was Pena in the 4, but Longoria and Pena. You got Teixeira and A-Rod. You got Morneau with 26 home runs. Mauer and Morneau. Back-to-back combo. Sometimes Mauer hits second, but wow. Not just Morneau.
A little popper into short left, and that's going to be a base hit. Hit it the other way, and Longoria couldn't get there out of that shifted around defense. Damon moves to second, and Teixeira with a bloop into left has his second hit of the night.
Well, now you got to pitch around an error and a bloop. That's a good pitch. Good sequence by Shields. Just falls in no man land right there when he hit over there. Got sawed off. And no chance for Evan Longoria because of the shift.
Well, that's one of those things. If you're pitching, it can really put you in a bad mood, and you've got to really dig down to get your way through this. It's a tough pitching luck for Shields. 1 strike to count. A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez up there, 0 for 1. Quickly out in front.
A good pitch right there. Bottom fell out of that one. Change it. Look at that pitch. Excellent.
Well, that's a beauty.
Go right to it.
If he can get out of this spot, he will have done some kind of pitching.
Yeah, do it again. Double up on it. Going inside.
Strike 3 call. A-Rod didn't like it. Has a few words for the plate umpire, Brian Knight. Knight looks right back at him. So A-Rod called out on strikes. Puts up a squawk, and Girardi got out there to get him out of there.
Well, A-Rod thought it was down for sure, and maybe a little bit in. I think he's arguing the height of it. The overhead shot is just off the inside corner. I thought, if anything, it was in. And the overhead shot says it was a little bit in.
So that's out number 1.
No gift on your birthday there.
Here's Hideki Matsui. Pitch is down. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, he got one taken away from him there. Yeah, A-Rod thought it was down, but it also was in. Might have crossed the plate at the knees, but it was definitely in.
Wide. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, we mentioned the first time Matsui was up there how successful he has been against Shields. 1 for 2 tonight. Cut the miss. 2-1. These are the updated numbers coming up here. Matsui against Shields. 444 lifetime. 8 of 18 with 3 home runs.
Yeah, he was taking a home run shot right there. And why not? You get the count in your favor. Try to make it a 6-0 game.
And a foul back. And a fastball, and the count is 2-2. Line shot into right field, and Gross makes a leaping catch. That line drive, it got out there in a hurry. That's a tough play because it was hit almost directly toward Gross. We're just glad he's as tall as he is.
That is a laser beam right here. That ball's up and out over the plate, tried to go away. Gabe Gross made a great play. He saved 2 runs right there. Look at that. That's a bullet right there.
How about that?
Wow. How do you time that?
The Progress Energy's Energized Defensive Play. The Energized Defensive Play brought to you by Progress Energy, and Gabe Gross turns in a dandy right there.
That ball was hit so hard. I mean, I've never seen an outfielder stand in his tracks and have to jump like that. Usually you go back and then make the jump.
Yeah.
That ball was hit. It got out there so quick.
He didn't have time to go back.
No time. Wow.
He didn't have time to go back. He just went up, and wow. There's a strike to Posada.
This could be a big-time momentum switch if he gets
right.
out of this. That
Just
catch.
thinking that.
Yep. This is a very winnable game right now. I mean, even though Burnett's throwing great, there's plenty of offense left for the Rays as long as you can hold it here.
And a wave and a miss on the pitch. 0-2. Shields trying to pitch around the air in the bloop single. Boy, that's a great case of keep competing. You don't know what could happen. We got a good call third strike on Rodriguez and a great catch by Gross. And just a little foul ball, a piece of it by Posada to keep the count at 0-2.
Well, the thing about the Rays offense, too, when you come off and face Roy Halladay 3 times and win 3 of those games, you're not going to face a better pitcher, in all respect to A.J. Burnett. Roy Halladay, to me, is the best pitcher in the American League.
Inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So you just keep the game right there. You keep grinding and try to get to A.J.
2 men on with 2 men out. 1-2 the count for Jorge Posada. Posada doubled the center in the 2nd inning to chase home the 2nd New York run. The 1-2 pitch. And a foul ball again. Posada can be so tough. Just got a piece of the breaking ball there to keep the bat alive.
He is. He's just steady. Tough hitter. Shields has a good feel for the change now, though. He's in the middle of the game. He's got good flow with that.
A ball, 2 strikes. Again, the pitch. He got in on him, and he pops it up. Short center. Upton is there and makes the catch, and Shields gets out of it. A great job by Shields and a great catch by Gross for the second out. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 3-0 New York. Yankees got him 3 runs in the second, one coming on the double by Posada. Cano tripled home another one, and then Cano scored on a ground ball by Swisher. So the Yankees with 3 runs on the night, 6 hits. And the Rays are coming in ahead in the bottom of the 5th inning. They'll send Gabe Gross to the plate to open the home half of the 5th. Couple of walks issued by Burnett to go with the 4 strikeouts. Gross, Hernandez, and Bartlett due up. Yeah, Gross was spring-loaded out there in right field to make that catch on the ball hit by Matsui.
Straight up. He went straight up. What a great timing.
So here's Gabe to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Fastball, and he fouls it straight back. Rays beginning this homestand with the 3-game series against New York, 4 against Kansas City, and 2 against Boston. It's inside. The Red Sox have opened a 6-0 lead through 5 at home over Oakland. Oakland batting in the 6th inning right now, down 6-0.
I think that's a Josh Beckett game, isn't it?
It is, yep. Pedroia's hit a home run for the Red Sox. Pitch is a strike at the knees. 1-2.
About the same height as the one on A-Rod. Gabe wasn't happy with that either.
A-Rod was going nose to nose and eye to eye with the plate umpire Brian Knight there for a few seconds before Girardi got out. He separated him and sent A-Rod back to the dugout.
Huge out too, because there were 2 on and nobody out. Top half of the 5th when A-Rod struck out looking.
1-2 pitch. High fly ball back into deep center. Cabrera back. He's just about to the track and makes the catch for the out. Gross gave it a ride. 1 away, and let's go to Todd Callis.
Dwayne, good to have a familiar face back in the bullpen. Brian Schaus rejoining the Rays today. Joe Madden said it was really important as you see the roster move as Schaus is activated from the disabled list, and the Rays send Dale Thayer back to AAA Durham. Joe Madden said it was real important against the Yankees with Cano, with Matsui, with Damon, left-hand hitters and switch hitters to be able to mix and match lefties and righties. So he's happy to have a third left-hander in the bullpen for this series and beyond, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, what do? Make the new guy back off the DL, sit by himself down there? Look at that. He's all alone down there, and the rest of the guys in the bullpen down a little bit deeper down the right field line. He's got to get reacquainted with everybody. They're not sure who he is now.
He's next to the coffee. Gatorade. Does he have to bring all the stuff out, gum and all that? No, that would be.
That's the young guy.
That's the young guy. Yeah. Well, the young guy's.
Yeah,
here.
This young guy's 40 now.
Yeah.
There.
There's a couple of older guys down there. It's all good. Pitching great.
It's a foul ball. It's a 1-2 count to Hernandez. Rays got Crawford to third in the first inning when he walked, and Burnett made the Aaron Pickoff throw at first. Burrow walked in the second. Crawford reached on a fielder's choice in the third, stole second, was left there after the base hit by Upton. It's really been about it. Going away, it's sweeping down, a curveball, 2-2. Madden's Rays coming off a 6-4 road trip.
I would never count the Yankees out either. Just thinking about Burnett, Sabathia at the top of the rotation, Jabba Chamberlain, Pettit, but I would never count them out in any trade.
Yeah, you're right.
With the Red Sox rumored about battling for Roy Halladay. Yet there's a threesome right there.
Here's something to think about. Burnett and Sabathia combined have been very good. The rest of the rotation, not so good. Ground ball that A-Rod handles that. 2 gone. For all the latest updates on the Rays, log on to TampaBay.com. From the diamond to the clubhouse and everywhere in between, you'll get in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day only at TampaBay.com. Burnett and Sabathia have a combined earned run average of 316, but the rest of their starters, it's a little over 5.
Well, that's why I bring it up, because, Jabba Chamberlain has 100 innings pitched now, too, and supposedly they were going to limit him to 140, 150.
Inside the Bartlett.
He had 9 weeks of baseball left. And Phil Hughes is doing a great job, by the way, in the 8th inning, so I don't think that's the issue. But I heard rumblings also about Jared Washburn again with the Angels, with the Mariners. Phil Hughes right there, done a great job.
It's 1-1.
Kind of come into his own. He's got a different repertoire than Jabba Chamberlain had in the 8th inning, because he's got a curve and a slider. He's got starter stuff down there. He's not just throwing 2 pitches. Get the ball to Mariano Rivera. Jared Washburn, I'm hearing talk about from a few teams now. He's having a good year at Seattle. Seattle just put Bedard in the DL.
Again.
Yep. Not that they're out of it because they're bad, but they're now 7.5 games back. So, in all likelihood, the Angels aren't going away and Texas is holding their own.
The 2-1. It's popped up. Right side, and Cano at second makes the catch, and the Rays are up and down. 1-2-3 through 5. 3-0 New York. broadcast auction. One of the items up for bid, personal hitting lessons for 4 youngsters with Evan Longoria, as well as personalized bats, t-shirts, and tickets to a Rays game for the entire group. Proceeds benefit the Rays Baseball Foundation. Don't miss the next Rays broadcast auction. That'll be tomorrow on Fox Sports Florida. First pitch here in the 6th. Robinson Cano hits it a long way to center, and that ball is gone. Cano jumped on the first pitch fastball, and Cano hits it out to straightaway center. His 15th home run of the year, and that makes it 4-0.
Yep, it's exactly what it was. Right down the middle. See, up. It's okay if he's away and down. Ball wasn't away and it wasn't down. Waiting for Cano in 3 at-bats to swing at the first pitch. He was patient the first 2 at-bats, not this time.
Yeah, he went through the previous at-bat, didn't swing the bat at all, so you know he's got to swing the next time. The pitch is high to Swisher, 1-0. He jumped on the first pitch fastball. So now it's a 4-run deficit. And there's a drive off the bat of Swisher, and boy, did he hit that one. He hit that one a mile to right field. No doubt about that shot, and that's number 15 for Swisher. Back-to-back home runs. Not sure that ball is round anymore.
Yeah, Gabe Gross didn't even have to move. Another fastball, and that missed location. That missed down and in. He was trying to go away. Take a look at the overhead. Michelle Hernandez sitting up in the outside corner. That was on the inside corner.
Melky Cabrera takes a pitch outside. So Cano and Swisher hit back-to-back home runs. Yankees have done that 9 times this year. This one back at third, foul, and just out of the reach of Longoria. Crawford couldn't get there, and that ball just fell out of the reach of the Rays' third baseman.
Boy, James worked so hard to get out of the 5th and was really pitching, and then he's right here in the 6th and just shows 2 mistakes. Trying to go away on both guys and missed up over the plate to Cano and down and in to Swisher right into his wheelhouse.
Cabrera takes a strike. It's 1-2. And a pop-up. Had him out in front. Popped him up on a changeup. Boy, most hitters just love. They salivate for that fastball. And when Cano and Swisher got it, they hit him a long way.
Yeah, they've just had a good game plan tonight off of James. Cano hurt his shoulder swinging so hard. Pinched nerve back there.
Steve Donahue over there for their training staff attending to him. Foul the other way by Jeter and out of play for a strike.
I don't think any of the balls tonight were hit harder though than Matsui's. Do you? I mean,
that thing.
Wow.
I mean, it truly was hit so hard that Gross didn't have time to move on it except straight up. One and one now. So the Yankees make it a 5-0 game. Strike at the knees. 1-2.
Well, Brian Knight has shown he'll call that ball down. Jeter gets one he didn't like.
Two balls, 2 strikes. It's going to be a base hit through the hole, past the diving Bartlett. Jeter has his second hit. Well, let's take a look at what the Yankees have done coming out of their homestand. They went 9-1. You know, they were only averaging 4.8 runs per game during that homestand, but the opponents are averaging only 3.1, because in the East, 4.8 is not going to do it unless you get great pitching, and great pitching is what they've been getting. Tonight they have 5 runs, and that's it for Shields. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS. Gone after 5 1/3. Johnny Damon, the hitter, to face the new Rays pitcher, Joe Nelson. The pitch is a strike.
.40 games for Joe. Walks still a little bit high, but 3 of those came the other day when he ended up getting a save. Had to get the best 2 Toronto hitters out, Aaron Hill and Adam Lynn.
New York with a 3-run second. Back-to-back solo home runs in the 6th inning. There goes Jeter. The pitch is fouled. So Jeter will return. Taking advantage of Nelson right there.
Exactly, the big leg kick.
Lower part of the order providing the runs batted in tonight. There's some thunder down there, as we have seen. This one off the mitt of Hernandez, and Jeter's going to move to second on that.
Yeah, Joe trying to go away, mislocation by 17 inches.
You know, I know that he missed across the plate, but they rule out a wild pitch. This one down, blocked by Hernandez. I mean, I'd still like to see a guy stop that pitch.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I first saw it live, that it was a catchable ball. If you can get your glove on it, the rule used to be, if you miss it, it's a pass ball. But I think because Hernandez was setting up away and the ball missed over the inside corner, it's really a wild pitch.
And there's ball 4. So Damon walks. 2 men on with 1 out. And our Buick Pontiac GMC dealers road ahead. It'll be Kazmir and Sabathia tomorrow on Fox Sports Florida. We're on Sun Sports Wednesday. Robert Chamberlain and Matt Garza. Teixeira in the batter's box, taking a pitch down. 1-0. Popped up. And on the infield pop, who's going to get it? Bartlett will. Taking care of the formality. 2 outs. Damon and Jeter still at first and second, respectively.
Yeah, Dana Nemeth, third base umpire, calling the infield fly either way. High fastball. Just above the reach of Mark Teixeira. Couldn't get through it.
Here's A-Rod. He pops it up. That's a foul ball. Will it be playable? Hernandez gives it a chase, but no chance. Two outs, 2 runs home. Time called. Rodriguez stepping out. A ball and a strike. Joe Nelson in relief of Shields. A strike, foul ball into the mitt of Michel Hernandez. 1-2.
Nelson do a little quick pitching right there. Change it up there on A-Rod.
He's not above a little trickery.
Yeah.
A 1-2. And a little fly ball short right. Gross closing is there and makes the catch to retire the side. Back-to-back home runs in the 6th from Robinson Cano. It is to center. Nick Switzer hit it out of sight to right. It's 5-0 New York. July 31st, Friday, Tropicana Field, when the Rays take on the Royals. Well, the Royals will be in for 4 and then the Red Sox for 2. Meanwhile, the Rays have the Yankees to deal with for 3. They come in to hit in the 6th inning. Here's B.J. Upton. That's a strike. B.J. has a base hit. That came in the 3rd. That's the only hit the Rays have so far through 5 innings. 1 ball and 1 strike. Into the dirt, gets scooped out. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, you got to counter now because it's a 5-run game and you're starting to lose outs. So you got to counter now and get a couple of these runs back. Need base runners.
BJ looks at a strike and the count is 2-2.
That's just a little two-seam right there. It's the outside corner.
Swing and a miss. The ball getting away from Posada. Throw to first, not in time. And Upton reaches on the strikeout as the ball gets away from Jorge Posada.
Ball ran in on Upton and Posada. BJ reacting right away. Knew he didn't make contact, and that's why he was able to get there. A lot of guys wouldn't react, but he did. Yeah, he swung right over the top of it, went right off the tip of Jorge's glove, and with the big swing all the way around, he's able to see the ball going to the backstop.
Strikeout, pass ball.
Good hustle by BJ.
No, it's a strikeout. Pass ball charged to Posada, the 4th of the year charged to Jorge. Here's Carl Crawford. Looks at a pitch away, 1-0. Burnett has one other game this year in which he's limited the opposition to just 1 hit, and that was against the Mets at the end of June. He won that game 5-0 and pitched 7 innings of shutout, 1-hit baseball. It's wide. 2-0.
Well, we know one thing about the Rays. They're not going to quit and lay down. We know that.
Right. They certainly demonstrated that on the last road trip.
Yeah, they don't care who it is. Yankees, Royals, Blue Jays. They battle. They grind out the at-bats.
2-0 the count. Crawford fouls one back. 2-1.
That's all you ask for when you're a manager too. It's just no quitting. And Joe Madden has said that the intensity's been good. The guys work the count. Don't give away at bats.
Upton back in. There goes BJ, and a pitch hit on the ground into right field for a base hit. Upton will go to third. The Rays have their second hit of the night. Charles singles into right, first and third with nobody out.
Now you'll hear a lot of analysts say that was a hit and run play. It was not. It's a straight steal by BJ. He's not even looking back. It's just that Carl Crawford got a pitch that he could turn on. Got on top of a fastball and gets it through the vacated hole by Robbie Cano. That's just a straight steal, though. And because of that, it opened up a hole, and now you've got an inning going.
Evan Longoria with a chance now. The Rays got a couple men on here in the 6th inning. First time tonight the Rays have had 2 men on at the same time. Pitch is inside to Longoria. So the Rays trying to make some noise. The ground ball to the right side. Cano to Jeter, one. Over to first for the double play. Upton crosses the plate to make it 5-1 as Longoria grounds into the double play.
Yeah, he's shaking his head, and he knows that that's not the type of 1-0 swing you want. You want to be able to drive the ball and keep it off the ground for that very reason. And at worst, go deep enough to let Crawford steal a base.
So the bases are suddenly empty with a run home. And Zobrist pitches a strike.
That was the type of swing that Longoria wanted in the first inning when they had the infield back with Crawford at third. This little contact swing. That's not the type of swing he wanted right there. Chance to drive a ball.
Pitch is down, and Burnett's over 100 pitches right now. Two balls and a strike.
I think Evan was thinking there's a hole in the right side. I got a shot to, shoot one through there. That ball had such good sink on it. It became an easy double play.
And a ground ball for Cano once again. Throw to first, and that retires the side. The Rays settle for one. On to the seventh, 5-1 New York. And by Subway, play hard, eat fresh. From Tropicana Field, first game of the three-game series. We go to the seventh, and Hideki Matsui leads off against Joe Nelson. Pitch is down. Matsui, then Posada, and Cano. 2-0. Two and one. downstairs. 3 balls and a strike.
Makes the Yankee lineup so tough. They've got so many switch hitters.
There's a strike, 3-2.
I mean, they've got depth 1 through 9. I've heard a lot of people saying they need one more bat. Now, really?
Yeah, really?
I don't think so.
Well, their Thompson runs scored. I mean, that pretty much
Yeah, I mean,
takes care of that.
they're first in home run, first in on-base percentage, second in batting average.
First in walks, and Matsui draws a walk to begin the 7th inning. Let's go to Todd Callis once again. Todd?
If I had the microphone turned on, guys. Sometimes that happens when I get talking here in the upper deck with the crowd. But look at the crowd up here, upper deck. You know it's a big crowd when the upper decks are full. And they had a huge walk-up sale today. Tomorrow, this is the T-shirt. Jason Bartlett. Today was the Carl Crawford catch. All the way through the Yankees and Red Sox series. They're hoping to get another 30 tomorrow. If they have a sale of tickets like they did today on the day of the game, then we're going to hit 30 again. It was remarkable today, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, you're right. I'm telling you, these shirts, this whole All-Star shirt, this line of All-Star shirts, it's a great idea. I don't know who thought of it. That's a strike, but it's really a great idea, and the shirts are really good. And this one tonight of Carl Crawford, it's a great way to kick off this All-Star shirt stretch. And boy, these are shirts you'll be proud to have. Right there's the Carl Crawford, the catch. And of course tomorrow, Jason Bartlett. A little roller, third base side. Nice pickup and a toss from Longoria to Zobrist, and they turned the double play. How about that for a feed? Longoria got it down there with an underhanded toss to Zobrist to start it.
That's because he was on the move, going to his left. And Zobrist was able to come across the bag and pick it, keep his foot on the bag, come way across it. And look at this. Still getting the sod at first base.
So a double play, 5-4-3. Yeah, there'll be a Ben Zobrist T-shirt as well. All of the All-Stars will be represented. Pitch to Cano. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's see, it'll be Zobrist on Wednesday. So we'll have Bartlett tomorrow and Ben Zobrist Wednesday night. And then when the Red Sox are in, Carlos Pena and Evan Longoria. 2-0 the count. See, Carlos will be the Tuesday game against Boston, and Evan the Wednesday game against Boston. Gates open 2 hours prior to the first pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. We're in the 7th inning. Inside the Rays, David Price immediately following Rays Live, the post game. And that's another in-depth look. Well, they've done some great stories on Inside the Rays this year. We'll be aptly rewarded for sticking around right after our game and the post game to watch that. Cano has walked.
It's hard to do, walk him twice in a game. But he's been pretty patient tonight. He's almost taking pitches before he even sees a release point. Except for the last at bat, he was looking fastball and got one.
Yeah, it seems there's Balfour. He'd have to be clairvoyant to do that. Is that right?
He's almost like just spitting on it just to see if they'll throw him a first pitch strike, and then he just guessed right on Shields, I'm sure. And then James just missed location.
1-0 the count to Nick Swisher.
But he does look pretty calm. I mean, he's having a good year. 15 home runs now. Hitting over 300 coming in. Pretty good 7-hitter right there.
Strike, 1-1. Big cut and a foul back. Swisher had a second home run in mind with that cut. Five runs, 9 hits for New York. A run, 2 hits for the Rays here in the 7th. Upstairs, 2-2. Joe Nelson in relief of James Shields. Step back by Nelson.
You know, you still get 9 outs of offense left. It feels like this is such a one-sided game, but you've got time. You got to keep putting zeros up there, obviously. But you got 9 outs of offense to play with.
And a foul back. Two and two.
You got a couple pitches he can hit, and he fouled them both back. Fastballs.
Pretty close. Wide. Maybe up. 3-2 now. With 2 outs, Cano's going to be taking off. Here's another look.
Yeah, Joe's getting underneath it. Change up a little bit. That was off the outside corner. Up 2 a little bit.
Cano will be breaking. 3-2, and it's popped up. Shallow right center. Zobrist out, but Upton is there to make the catch. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning with the score 5-1 New York. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Back at Tropicana Field, we go to the home half of the 7th inning. A.J. Burnett with 104 pitches starts the 7th, and a ground ball up the middle by Pena, but shaded up the middle. Jeter makes the play as Pena made a bid for a base hit. They didn't have the big shift on for him, but they did have Jeter shaded toward the middle.
That's exactly right. On most shifts, Jeter, the shortstop, will be on the second base side. If he was, that would have been a base hit, but he wasn't. And that's how they played it the whole game, with Burnett on the mound and Pena at the plate.
Here's Pat Burrell. Pitch is a strike. It's 0 for 1 with a walk. Well, Burnett threw 104 pitches in each of his last 2 starts. He had made 104 through 6 innings tonight. His season high, he made 129 pitches in 6 2/3 against Minnesota back in the middle of May. Down to third, in and out of the mitt of A-Rod, and the throw to first still in time to get Burrell. Burrell, who, as you know, is not fast, that allowed A-Rod the time to make that play.
Yeah, a bid for a base hit. A-Rod crosses over. Take a look right here. Crosses over, knocks it down, and goes from that high 3/4 spot. Nice stretch by Mark Teixeira. You know, that's the other area where the Yankees have really improved. Not just the offense of Teixeira, right there. I mean, he took a base hit away from Bartlett earlier. We haven't seen that in a few years with the Yankees.
Here's Gabe Gross.
I think their last really good fielding first baseman was Tino Martinez.
There's a strike. Take a look at the Coors Light freeze cam, the defensive work of Gross out there in right field. How about that catch on the ball hit by Matsui in the 5th?
Incredible catch.
It's wide. 1-1 to count. So it would appear that Joe Girardi wants 7 innings out of Burnett tonight. He does have a little action down on the bullpen. Jonathan Aboladeo is throwing down there. 2 balls and a strike.
Just got recalled. Brett Gardner went on the disabled list with a fractured thumb.
Gross fouls it. 2-2.
It's amazing. The Rays only have 2 hits, but it's a typical Rays game because they still grind out the at-bats and work the pitch count up.
Yep.
You would think with a 2-hitter going that Burnett would probably have about 85 pitches. Max.
Yeah, and he's only walked 2 men.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I mean, in the past, he's been able to walk 5 or 6 or 7. Foul back, and back in 01 with the Marlins, he threw that no-hitter in San Diego. Struck out 7 and walked 9.
Yeah, I remember that.
He also hit a man and threw a wild pitch in that no-hitter.
Pitching around the good hitters.
Yeah, that was a game plan.
That's how he threw the no-hitter, huh?
2-2, lifted into center. Cabrera backs up a little bit to make the catch, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3. We go to the 8th. It's 5-1 New York.
Melky Cabrera takes a pitch. It's going to include airfare and hotel accommodations, trip for two tickets to 2 games, tour of Fenway Park with a picture taken near the Green Monster, field passes weather permitting, a lineup card from the game, and an autographed picture of John Lester. One of the many good items, great items, to be bid on tomorrow on the Rays broadcast auction. Guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you. We can't wait. Todd's always the star of the show, and somehow he finds the best-looking assistants to help him out there. One and two the count here to Cabrera. Joe Nelson starts the 8th inning. He's in relief of Shields, taking over in the 6th. Pitch is foul away. You know, Todd, he may be recruiting some help, and of course the Golden Globe Award winner for Best Supporting Actress, Kate Hudson. That wouldn't surprise me. Little tap on Gore. You can't make the play. That's a base hit for Cabrera.
What's she doing here?
Well, you know, let's see. I think he's 4th in the New York lineup.
Okay, all right. I can't keep up with that stuff, you know.
I know it's difficult. just not going to do it. That's going to be it for Joe Nelson. Joe Madden comes out to make the pitching change, and we'll be back in a moment. Whole leaders in the bullpen. Grant Balfour, Dan Wheeler, each with 11. Just as middle relievers keep their teams in the game, you too can stay in the game with Just for Man hair color. Grant Balfour gets the call here in the 8th inning with the runner at first. Nobody out, and he faces Derek Jeter. Throws that fastball by him. Strike one.
Grant's done a nice job. Really picked it up the last few weeks. 44 games for him and averages a strikeout an inning. Opponent's batting average against is low at .229.
Swing and a miss on a fastball again. A little getty up on these first two. There's more.
Yeah, there is. That was 91. He's got a few more miles in him.
Ground ball through the right side. Over to third goes Cabrera. Throw comes through, but he beats the throw. and it'll be first and third. So Jeter, as he so often does, just takes it into right.
Yeah, if he went up the ladder, that's where he wanted to go, and he got it down, and Derek just gets inside it like he does and puts it in play. A little bit of a late swing, but that's a good throw, by the way, by Gross. That was a lot closer than it should have been. Cabrera's hustling. It's not that he's not. It's that Gross throws a one-half strike over there, even though it handcuff Evan. He made it a little closer than what you would think initially.
So first and third. Nobody out but Johnny Damon up there. Ryan Schaus is up in the Rays bullpen. Pitch is up. Yankees scored 3 in the second. They got back-to-back homers in the sixth from Cano and Swisher. Schaus, he was just activated today, back from the disabled list. It's going to be out of play. The count is 1-1. Well, the Rays have this 9-game stand. They actually play 18 of their next 24 games at home. And counting this one, 36 of their final 63.
Got a good record at home, 30 and 15 coming in.
Ground ball second. Zobrist comes to the plate, out there on a nice play and a tag by Hernandez to cut down Cabrera.
That was a tough pick right there by Zobrist. Ball had some topspin on it right here. Right there. Nice between hop right there. Really not a true short hop. There was a strike. Look at that. Nice play by Ben Zobrist. There was a strike on the right side of the plate there, meaning the glove side for Michel Hernandez to make the play.
So they cut down a run. Men now at first and second. Here's Teixeira. He's 2 for 4. Pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Fly ball, not too deep towards center, and Upton makes the grab. 2 outs. Runner still at first and second. And the hitter is going to be Alex Rodriguez. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch, a shot into left center field. That's well hit and is going to be off the top of the wall. Jeter scores as Damon follows him across the plate. It's a double for Rodriguez, and that will make it a 7-1 game.
Pretty short swing right here. He got on top of that one. Short, compact swing right there as he drills at the left center. There's a fan there cheering him on. I'm still not sure what the reason is, but she's happy anyway.
Matsui takes a strike. There's a strike. 0-2. Matsui scored the first run back in the second. This one is down, and it's 1-2. Disappointing thing about the double by Rodriguez is that the Rays had done a nice job getting out of that first and third nobody out situation on the play by Zobrist and Hernandez. He had a chance maybe to keep him from scoring. But Rodriguez hit it off the top of the fence out there and left center field.
Well, and the other thing was with 6 outs of offense left, 4 runs versus 6 is huge.
Yep.
Saw him come back against the Blue Jays down 9-5, and they made it 9-7 after 8, and then they tied it in the 9th with the Pena and Ibar home run. They won it 12. But with Mariano Rivera the way he's throwing and Phil Hughes, who they're not going to need either one right now at least. Much better bullpen than what the Blue Jays have at the end of the game. It makes it a lot tougher. Phil Hughes right there.
Yeah, you can't discount what he's done.
No, he's been great.
With his staff in the bullpen, because as we mentioned earlier, you got 2 guys at the top of this rotation, very good, and the rest of them have ERAs of over 5 combined. Matsui's out. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-1 now, New York. Michel Hernandez will open the home half of the 8th. Jonathan Albaladeo is the new pitcher.
Yeah, he's been up before, obviously, 21 games, ERA over 5. He hit 284 against him.
Hernandez takes a strike. So 7 innings for Burnett. He gave up a run, and it turned out to be unearned on a couple hits. Made 114 pitches. Rays Live, the post game comes up immediately following the coverage of this game, the first of a 3-game series.
Well, it's just different Yankee team than we've seen the last couple of years, because you go out and spend $500 million on free agents. I mean, you're supposed to play like this.
And they didn't early, but they are now.
Go out and get CC Sabathia, AJ Burnett, and Mark Teixeira. They made a nice trade too recently, getting Eric Hinsky. picked him up for nothing from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, perfect for their ballpark.
Yeah. He's already done a nice job, too, when he gets in there.
Terry Kinski, and boy, what he meant to the Rays last year.
He's already got 4 home runs and 18 at-bats for the Yankees.
And he might keep that ratio up as long as he hits at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Hernandez is out on strikes. He was important to Evan Longoria last year. And he has great at-bats. He's a professional hitter.
Yeah, that's some nice depth off the bench. I mean, he could spell A-Rod, too, once in a while if you need him to. Play the corners.
Jason Bartlett. Too low, 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, they've got Ramiro Pena playing the outfield in the minor leagues.
I saw that. And I tell you what, he was an impressive player.
He was. He played third base until A-Rod got healthy.
Played third. 2-1 now, the count to Bartlett. And now it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. B.J. Upton will be next. And a walk to Bartlett. One on, one out for the top of the order. Oakland hitting in the 8th inning. They've scored a run to make it 8-3 Boston. BJ on the ground, fair, and it skips over the glove of Rodriguez and down the line. It'll be a 2nd and 3rd. Bartlett to 3rd and Upton in with a double. That ball that took a big hop right over Rodriguez and past his glove.
That's why I say those last 2 runs were huge. Yep. I mean, a 4-run differential versus 6. Not that they still can't come back because they're battling as usual. Look at that, right off the front of the bag. Either way, it would have been fair. It was already called fair even before it hit the bag. As long as it crosses over it, and it did.
So with 1 out, 2nd and 3rd for Carl Crawford. Carl's been on with a walk, the fielder's choice, and a single. Pitch is outside. 1-0.
That'll force the Yankee bullpen up.
Hughes has been so good for them. Fly ball, left field, back goes Damon. He's at the edge of the turf to make the catch. Bartlett scores. Upton goes to 3rd, and the Rays have their 2nd run of the night. A sacrifice fly, and the 44th run batted in for Carl Crawford.
Yeah, he hit that well, too. Couldn't quite get it opposite field.
David Robertson up in the bullpen down the left field line for New York. What is now a 7-2 game. Talking about Hughes earlier, you know, with the rotation being what it's been. Oh, Longoria is hit by that pitch. So it'll be first and third.
Well, this is Abladejo's problem the first time around in the big leagues. Was control issues, command issues. That's not intentional. It ran away from him, but tight seven nonetheless. Pretty good. He turned away from it, which is the right way. Doesn't mean it hurts any less. Got him pretty good.
Well, we'll take a closer look at him.
Let's hope it doesn't hit bone. Bad enough if it hits the muscle.
Let's take a closer look.
Yeah, let's see where it is. You guys got the guard on for that reason. Yeah, it got the top of the guard, which looks like the tricep area. Back of his left arm there.
So here's Ben Zobrist. And he strokes one into right. That's in there for a base hit. Upton scores. Down to second goes Longoria. That makes it 7-3. So the RBI single for Ben. That's his 54th run batted in. Rays trying to mount a little comeback. And that's going to change the makeup of the bullpen for New York now.
Nice, short, compact line drive stroke. Crisp single to right field, and it's one swing away now from a one-run game, and the right guy at the plate.
Carlos Pena. Posada is headed to the mound to take up a little time.
Yeah, they're not going to let him face Pena. No way.
Well, the Yankees
got Mariano up.
Got Rivera. Just going to say that. They got Rivera to join Robertson.
Joe's asking for Robertson here. First one up, but Mariano's right there. And Joe Girardi's not afraid of a 4-out save either.
New pitcher back in a moment. Immediately following our coverage and Rays Live the post game. You don't want to miss an up close and personal look at the Rays' young left-hander and his path to the big leagues. David Robertson, the third pitcher tonight for New York.
Yeah, look at those numbers as far as the strikeouts. 36 strikeouts in 25 innings in the league, only hitting 196 against them.
How about this? He's held left-handed hitters to a 100 batting average. They're 2 for 20 with 11 strikeouts against him. This is his third stint with the Yankees this year.
He's the type of guy that you ask for if you trade for a Jared Washburn, or he's one of the types of guys you ask for. Good stuff.
Carlos Pena now. And that's a strike. Pena thought he'd held up, and he's not happy over that call by Brian Knight. Well, you very seldom see Pena that demonstrative. He was not happy at all.
Take a look at the side shot from here for Pena. That's close.
One strike count. He fouls it back. Fastball, and now it's an 0-2 count. 2 outs. 2 men on. The Rays have scored a couple here in the 8th.
And when he checked his swing there, it had that little bit of whip there. That just barely. Yeah, it could have gone either way. That's a tough call. It wasn't definitive that he broke his wrist.
And a foul ball back. Still 0-2.
Posada didn't like that 0-2 curveball because that was in a wheelhouse right there. That was a mistake. That wasn't a put-away curveball. I think that was a little reminder right there. You throw that one again, it's a one-run game. Got a good curveball as long as he gets it down. Got dropped in the dirt.
And a wave and a miss. Pena's out on strikes to retire the side. The Rays pick up 2. We are through 8, 7-3.
Tropicana Field, he will take grounders for the first time. Joe Madden still thinks he's about 2 or 3 weeks away from a possible rehab assignment, but progress is being made, and it's good to see Yaki with a smile on his face and no more knee brace. Guys, back to you.
Good news indeed. Ryan Schaus just back off the DL, and in this game, his first pitch to Posada is low. Ryan just added back to the active roster today.
Yeah, good to see Brian back. He's missed, what, 50-some-odd games? 53 games, I believe.
2 balls, no strikes.
And good to get him in this game, too, for Joe Madden. Get him right in the fire. Get the feel of pitching in a big league game again.
He's been on the disabled list a little over 2 months. 2-1. 2 months and 2 days.
Yep. Gives you 2 lefties before you even get to J.P. Howell. That's a good move.
Fly ball right field. Gross is there. One away. And now Robinson Cano is on his way to the plate.
There was so many lefties in the Yankees lineup. That's why Brian Schaus and Randy Choate and J.P. of course gets everybody out. Great changeup, great curveball. Acting as closer. The Yankees have 7 lefties in their lineup. And a few of them, of course, switch hitters. But you can turn those guys around, especially at Yankee Stadium.
Cano. Ball sweeps wide. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one. Forty-year-old left-hander Brian Schaus. Upton takes care of that one. 2 gone. Now it's going to be Nick Swisher. He'll be hitting right-handed this time. That's a strike. Rays in the bottom of the ninth due to have Burrow, Gross, and Hernandez. Swisher hit his 15th home run of the year in the 6th. One and one.
Yeah, he's a good guy to turn around in key situations because he's hitting 211 from the right side. Of course, he's had twice as many at bats from the left side, but more power from the left side.
12 balls and a strike.
12 of his 15 from the left side.
Down the left field side. That ball's got some carry, and we'll get out of here. A 2-1 pitch, and Swisher hits it out. So he's hit 2 tonight. 1 in the 6th inning, left-handed. 1 in the 9th, right-handed.
So much for that. I'd still turn him around. This came right into a swing right here. Oh, yeah, it was up. Turned on it. Look at that. Right over the heart of the plate.
Check out this catch.
That's why you bring the gloves. Don't get hurt.
Want to know the count.
He's calling back to Pittsburgh, I think.
Yeah.
Is that Franco?
It's Franco Harris, or maybe welcome back Cotter.
That's right.
He made a nice catch, I'll say that for him. Now there's a guy who earned the catch t-shirt.
That's right.
Because he just made the catch. should put his likeness on the front of that T-shirt. That's a fair ball back of third, just inside the line or on the line, and Cabrera's on his way to second. That's a double.
This is why it's good to get Brian in tonight, though, down 4 runs, so you can get acclimated again. Because the ball to Swisher, normally he sinks the ball. That was up over the heart of the plate. Second appearance would be that much better. Yeah, that ball stayed up. See, there wasn't any sink to that one either. That was similar to the Swisher pitch. Went right over the bag. Landed foul, but it went over the bag fair. Down the left field line.
Well, they're going to walk Jeter to get to the left-handed bat of Damon. So Jeter's going to be on for the 4th time tonight. Yeah, that's the 9th time that Swisher has hit a home run from the right side and the left side in the same game. Yeah, he's only 28 years old.
He's, you know what, I was going to say earlier, he's been a great energy addition, too, to them. I mean, he's down there in the 8th spot with 16 home runs. And a fun guy, and we saw him the first homestand. They used him to pitch. He took it well. I mean, then he was hitting in the middle of the lineup before Alex got back. And I remember here he did hit a home run right-handed. I think he hit about 3 in that series, didn't he?
I'll tell you, he is. You're right about the addition. Well, here's Johnny Damon. Damon, 3 center fielder's choice in the 8th and scored. The pitch is inside. 1-0.
Well, there's 2 reasons Joe did that with Jeter. Number 1, he's not giving up the game. It's a 5-run game. But number 2, this is who he would face, Brian Shouse. This is the type of guy he would face, and that's why Joe Maddon's doing this for the next couple of days, not just for tonight. Because if he's going to match somebody, it's going to be against the true lefties, the Canoes.
1-1 the count now.
And Johnny Damon's guys like this.
Fly ball back into deep right. Gross looks up and it's gone. Johnny Damon has just hit a 3-run home run. Cabrera and Jeter scoring in front of him. And so Damon hitting his 17th home run of the year. That's home run number 200 in Damon's career. He hits it off the left-hander. And the Yankees have a 4-run ninth.
Yeah, see how that ball's up? That's just another one. Up and out over the plate. And Johnny gets extended. So those are mistakes that are going to get hit. But again, you got to find out and get Brian Shouse acclimated. And it's just a lot of rust on him right now, obviously.
And a line drive by Teixeira caught by Zobrist to retire the side. They score 4. It's 11-3, middle of the ninth.
it's not that Joe Madden, believe me, was giving up, saying, well, I'm just throwing him out there, we're down 4. No, he's got to get him acclimated. That was a good time to do it. Much better than in a one-run game or a tie game. His first appearance after being out for 2 months. Nobody feels worse than him.
2-2.
No, that's what managers go through. People, may not understand. That's what I'm trying to explain. It's 162 games. It's the growing pains. I mean, if you're going to win it, it's going to take everybody to do it. Joe Girardi went through it early when he didn't have anybody getting the ball to Rivera.
Full count now. 2-2 breaking ball miss. We haven't seen Robertson a lot, but they say he has a natural cut to his fastball. And there's a shot high and deep to left. Fastball, and Burrell hits it out. So the Rays have a little hurrah there on the home run by Pat Burrell, his 7th of the year.
Boy, that sounded good. That was a no-doubter. Beautiful swing. Look at this. Fastball. Not over the plate. A little bit down. But Pat gets through that pitch.
Now here's Gabe Gross. He takes a strike. Gabe 0 for 3 hit the ball deep to center in the 5th inning. And a liner into center, and there's a base hit. So Gross has a single following the home run by Pat Burrell. Willie Ibar is going to come off the bench to hit for Hernandez. Pitch, fastball, taken for a strike. Home run and a single, nobody out. Ibar looks at another strike.
There's the curveball.
And a line drive going to be caught by Rodriguez down to third. Soft liner and a little leaping catch.
Yeah, that's why he gets lefties out. He throws that breaking ball right over the top.
Jason Bartlett. First pitch fastball, a strike. It's 1-1. Bartlett lifts a high fly ball back into left center. Damon to the wall, and he makes the catch. Back to first base will go Gross. Damon made a long run and a heck of a catch right at the wall in left center field.
Johnny stayed with it. That had that natural cut you're talking about right there. That pitch. David Robertson and Bartlett got just about all of it. Nice running catch. Nice play by Johnny Damon. He tracked it the whole way. Stayed with it. Took at least a double away.
B.J. Upton pitches a strike. Gross moves into second on indifference. Foul back, 0-2. Fastball. It's an 11-4 ball game. Burnett worked 7. The Rays got a run off him unearned. Couple off Alba DeLeo. Another run here off Robertson. One ball, 2 strikes. Kazmir and Sabathia tomorrow night on Fox Sports Florida. DJ takes it outside.
It was
2-2.
Crowd reacting. Some of the Yankee fans here. It was outside.
Boston beat Oakland. The Yankees with a big lead here on the Rays. Boy, that was pretty close.
Not by much, but it was outside.
A foul back.
Tell you what, if they had instant replay in the infield for balls and strikes, that would be the shot I'd want.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That was closer than I thought. Freeze it right where it crosses the plate.
And a chopper to third. Rodriguez with the throw to first, and the game is over. Rays score a run in the ninth. 11-4 the final as New York takes the first game of this 3-game series. Burnett the winner. He's